Bro, the headline is already wrong. Shit is already going down. I'm not in for it, but here we
White-collar
go.
tasks could be automated within 12 to 18 months. He says that the shift is already visible in software engineering, as AI has already transformed the work by driving the next generation of robotics across industry and across defense. Humanoid robots emerging as the future of warfare, the U.S. accelerating AI integration into combat operations. San Francisco-based Foundation Future Industries is
That's
developing
so
humanoid
wrong, man.
robots built specifically for military use. The company is also scaling
Specifically.
commercial deployment.
Specifically, bro. You heard that right, right? Specifically. What is that?
Across the country,
Man.
in manufacturing,
Oh,
including in the
man.
auto sector. Joining me now is Foundation Future Industries CEO, Sanket Patek. Sanket, great to have you this morning. Thank you so much for being here. First, let me get your reaction to what you heard from the Microsoft AI CEO, that all those jobs are turning to automation. You also have the CEO of Anthropic.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Who also made a similar comment. He said, and he's probably like the most safety-focused CEO in the AI industry. He says AI will eliminate 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs within 1 to 5 years. Your reaction?
That's bound to happen. What do you expect? It's bound to happen.
First, great to be with you, Maria. And I actually agree with him. It seems like increasingly more and more any kind of.
You see Bitcoin, the price? God damn, it was at 100K. 100,000. The way it dropped. All because
work that
one
humans
guy.
do today that is repetitive, anything that does not require high amounts of intellectual skill set, or even things that require high amounts of intellectual skill set but can be learned with a lot of data, all of those jobs are potentially going away, and all of them would be automated with humanoids or other forms of robots.
Well, this is a big statement. What are we supposed to do about that? How can people arm themselves with the right information to actually survive and potentially thrive in this new era?
I mean, this is, Maria, I think this is as close to the singularity as we can be. Like, I personally struggle with this question a whole lot as well. I don't think there's a way to stop all of the AI development unless everybody decides to stop at the same.
It's not going. It's not going to. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. As much as people want it will not happen. And I'm not a fan of AI as well. But yeah, I've learned that I have to use it. Or like just know how to use it. Otherwise, if you're not keeping up with the technology, it's goodbye.
Time, China would not decide to stop. US, for that reason, would not decide to stop. So this is an inevitable shift.
And the thing is, even if everybody decides to stop, unfortunately, it's in human nature to take advantage. It is. It is. And if everybody stops, one will still go on and use that advantage to its use that time and whatever to its purpose. And it's in human nature not to betray, but like if everybody stops, yeah, one will not decide not to stop and still go on secretly and deny every allegation. And if one continues or has like the suspicion that he's creating something more powerful, the other one will start again and back into the ring. So it's inevitable. It will happen. So get used to it. Get ready.
And how our economy is going to work and how humanity is going to work. And it's quite a hard question. Like, I do not know what the purpose or the day-to-day of human street looks like. I am, however, optimistic. I think what's going to happen is historically, we haven't really gotten rid of slavery. We've just changed that to a financial incentive. So now people are forced to work jobs that they don't like doing and do that.
One of the first time I've ever hear somebody say that on TV. We didn't really get rid of slavery. I mean, like we did, but like we just changed the system. Now you're like bound to work. You got to, otherwise you fall in debt and either go homeless or end up on the amt, like we call it.
Very minimal wage and cannot buy a house, barely can afford healthcare, barely
Yeah.
can afford education. AI has the potential of changing all of that. It has the potential of being able to give everybody good housing, everybody good healthcare, everybody good education. And for the first time in the history of humanity, people can actually do things they enjoy doing. So that's the optimistic side of it. I do, however, worry
If we
what
use
this
it for
means
that
in the
purpose.
short term, because in the short term, it's going to be a very disruptive change. Elon's
Yes.
called this, I think, a supersonic tsunami, which is probably the right thing. This is going to be an extremely disruptive
Look at his background.
change, and I think
Yeah, it's inevitable. We're destroying ourselves. Alles gut. Nee, nee, nee. God.
the
It's in
governments are
our
going to
nature to
struggle
destroy ourselves.
to keep up. But I do think there's a path ahead where the future is quite exciting for humanity. And
That's
that's the one
true.
that we're striving for.
Okay, so let's talk about your business because Foundation striking a U.S. brokered agreement with Ukraine to deploy humanoid robots for surveillance, logistics, and other high-risk operations. These 5'9" phantom units capable of carrying more than 40 pounds, designed to operate in dangerous environments. That's the kind of robot I like to see because you would
I
rather
don't.
put a machine into harm's way than an individual. Sanket, tell us more about this collaboration and what's possible.
But one side will use individuals and one side will use robots. Maybe AI grows to a conscious and says, like, what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna redirect my weapon. Maybe.
When you look at AI related to the military.
That's so wrong.
I think, Maria, this is one of the areas I feel like humanoids will have one of the most profound effects. There are three big use cases that we're looking at, not only with Ukraine, but also with the Department of War within the US. The first use case is just logistics work, so being able to move things around, supply pickup.
Killers by
Now, in
design.
Ukraine, what happens is when soldiers leave a building to go and do supply pickup, there are drones that shoot at them. So it's better to send human soldiers, it's better to send humanoids out versus human soldiers because they can essentially do these
Unfortunately.
tasks just fine. And if they get shot, there's less of a concern. The second kind of task that we've been asked to do is around pretty much inspection, repair, maintenance. So that is also not a weaponized task, but a task that is all the logistics work that happens behind the scenes. And the third one is that actually impacts soldiers in
The
a big
NATO.
way is reconnaissance, being able to go into buildings and breach doors and actually surveil that building, make sure it's safe for soldiers to be in. And that's going to be increasingly the future of warfare, which is more and more robots. What people don't realize is we already have, like, compared to the Iraq War and now, we have significantly more amount of robots on the battlefield. Most of them are airborne. Some of them are landborne, but majority of them are airborne. And humanoids give you the ability to be able to become a little bit more precise about tactical things. For instance, if a target's in a building, instead of bombing the building, you can actually go through the building, navigate it, and get to the target, which today human soldiers do. And we are more and more hopeful that
But with
humanoids and
wall
robots
hacks and aimbots. God damn, man. God damn, man. He's a gamer. I'm calling it. But bro, why are we doing that to ourselves? That's the like Most profound question in humanity. We're trying to get ahead of us, but like, we'll end up with nothing.
To do that.
That is so exciting, Sanket. And I know, well, look, you're a
Exciting. She
government
says
contractor, right? You're
exciting.
working with the Department of War on dual-use humanoid
Oh,
robots designed to support warfighters and strengthen the defense industrial base. What's possible here, Sanket? With the Trump administration involved in onboarding this process, how do you see that partnership accelerating? And can that kind of robotics give America an edge, even a bigger edge, when it comes to the military and military AI?
So first thing, Maria, I do want to commend the administration for being very forward-thinking in this regard. Uh, from Pete Hegseth to the president, everybody is very focused on reducing procurement and really holding defense contractors accountable, which is like common sense business that has not happened so far. What is that enabling companies like us to do is build products that are competitive, that can
that's so.
undercut on
Yeah.
price and capability to the traditional primes and be able to offer that to the Department of War. And we're very excited about it. Like that's generally, I think, going to be one of the biggest game changers. Will enable a lot more modern technology to be integrated into Department of War. I think the general principle that I believe the president's whole foreign policy, kind of like majority of his foreign policy is based around, is a peace through strength. And I don't think people would want to mess with America if America has hundreds of thousands of humanoids and just robots ready to be deployed. And I think that
Not just America. Bro, China is way ahead of you guys. While American robots are learning to walk, Chinese robots are training with Shaolin monks. So we cooked. America is the bully. Don't ever forget it. America is the bully, and it will always be in our faces. Like, oh, I'm the big one. Our military is the best, and yes, it's quite significant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say shit with our little defense of Switzerland. So, but yeah, still Chinese robots, bro. I don't trust none of them.
is, sorry, Mary, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead, please.
Oh, that is probably the single biggest accelerant of peace in our time. Like, I think, so that's the piece we're most excited about. We think in a paradoxical way, more humanoids in the military means there's more peace around the world.
Yeah, I know. I love it. But isn't China trying to do the same thing? By the way, Sanket, do you have a robot behind you, walking behind you right now?
I do. The robot comes in and out
can we see
every
that
now and
robot?
then.
Can we see that robot?
Yeah,
Where's,
please. We
yeah,
will bring the robot back into the frame.
it's just walking back and forth behind you. I saw it a minute ago. There he is. What is that robot doing right now? Oh, hello.
So this is Phantom, our robot. This is the autonomous machine that works in factories and warehouses. We've helped build over 20,000 cars last year, and also
He just
works
walked
with
back
Department
into
of War.
frame. He just walked back into frame and turned at us. Look at this.
Back into the frame.
It's just walking back and forth behind you. I saw it a minute ago. There he is. What is that robot doing right now? Oh, hello.
So this is Phantom, our robot. This is the autonomous machine
He
that
just
works
stands
in
there
factories and warehouses. We've helped build over
menacingly.
20,000 cars last year, and also works with Department of War. What we're doing behind this right now is we're just testing its new AI policy, which enables the robot to autonomously walk and move itself, including its upper body. So that's what you're seeing behind us.
And you're saying that humanoid robot behind you helped build thousands of cars?
Last year, these robots helped build about 20,000 cars in U.S. factories.
Wow, incredible. Sanket, this is very exciting. A little scary, but certainly exciting, and I understand the growth story here. We want to keep checking back.
Yeah, it will be funny. It will be funny to see how that plays out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notification. See you in the next one, maybe.